You think cloves are just that dusty spice you use once a year for holiday baking? Or maybe you remember your grandmother using them for a toothache. But what if I told you that just 2 tiny cloves, chewed right before bed, could do what a whole cabinet of expensive supplements promises to do, but usually fails? I see patients in their 60s spending hundreds of dollars on liver detoxes, blood thinners, and joint pain relief. Stop. Just stop for a second. Your body is incredibly smart, but it needs the right fuel. And right now, your body might be silently begging for a specific compound called eugenol. This is what happens to your body, hour by hour, day by day, when you eat exactly 2 cloves a day for 7 days. Before we dive into the astonishing science of day 1, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. It tells the algorithm that real, evidence-based health information matters, and it helps me reach more people who might be struggling with their health. Thank you. Now, let us get to work. Day 1, the immediate impact. Most people do not realize that the moment you crush a clove between your teeth, you are releasing a highly potent pharmaceutical-grade oil. The star player here is eugenol. Think of eugenol as a premium, highly specialized anti-rust treatment for your cardiovascular system. As you chew those 2 cloves, the oil mixes with your saliva and bypasses your digestive tract, absorbing directly into your bloodstream through the mucous membranes in your mouth. Within the first 2 hours, something remarkable happens in your blood. Eugenol begins to act as a mild, natural blood thinner. If you have been waking up with a dry mouth or feeling that heavy, sluggish fatigue in your legs, that is often a sign of poor microcirculation. Your blood gets thicker as we age, making your heart work twice as hard to push it through your vessels. Cloves immediately start to improve blood flow, reducing the stickiness of your platelets. But a quick medical disclaimer here. If you are already on prescription blood thinners like warfarin, you must talk to your doctor before adding cloves to your routine, because cloves are that powerful. Always consult your healthcare provider. By day 3, the focus shifts to your body's main chemical plant, your liver. I want you to imagine your liver as the oil filter in your car. When you are in your 20s, that filter is brand new. It catches every toxin, every drop of alcohol, every piece of processed food, and flushes it out. But after 50 or 60 years of the standard American diet, medications, and stress, that oil filter gets clogged with fat. This is what we call a fatty liver. And a clogged filter cannot clean the blood. Toxins build up, inflammation spikes, and you feel exhausted. Cloves are packed with antioxidants, incredibly high on the ORAC scale. In fact, cloves have one of the highest antioxidant values of any food on the planet. By the 3rd day of chewing 2 cloves, the eugenol and another compound called manganese start to deeply penetrate liver tissue. They trigger your liver cells to begin shedding those microscopic fat deposits. They lower oxidative stress, essentially pressure washing that clogged oil filter so your liver can finally breathe and do its job again. Now, we need to address a huge myth. I hear this all the time. Dr. Sarah, spices irritate the stomach. I have acid reflux, so I avoid them. Listen to me carefully. This is a massive misconception. While processed spicy fast food ruins your stomach lining, the essential oils in cloves actually do the exact opposite. Cloves stimulate the production of gastric mucus. That mucus is the protective shield your stomach needs to defend itself against its own acids. By day 5 of our 7-day protocol, people who suffer from chronic bloating, indigestion, and that uncomfortable fullness after meals start to notice a drastic shift. The eugenol calms the smooth muscle tissue of your gastrointestinal tract, stopping spasms and reducing gas production. You are not just masking the pain with an antacid. You are actually giving your stomach the building blocks to heal its own lining. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. Let us call him Robert. Robert is 64. He came into my clinic completely frustrated. He was constantly waking up at 3 in the morning to use the bathroom. His joints ached when he walked, but his biggest fear was his fasting blood sugar. It was slowly creeping up every single year, inching closer and closer to that dangerous type 2 diabetes range. His doctor told him to just watch his diet, but Robert was already eating fairly clean. He was experiencing severe insulin resistance. I explained to Robert that insulin is like a key that opens the door to your cells, so sugar can get in and be used for energy. But when you have insulin resistance, the locks on those doors are jammed. The sugar stays in your blood, damaging your nerves and your kidneys. I put Robert on the 2-clove protocol. I told him, do not change anything else right now, just chew 2 cloves after your last meal of the day. Why after the last meal? Because by day 7, the compounds in cloves actively work to sensitize those cellular locks. Cloves mimic the action of insulin in the body. They help sweep the glucose out of your bloodstream and push it into your muscle cells while you sleep. When Robert came back for his blood work a few weeks later, his fasting glucose had dropped by 14 points. He looked at the numbers and asked me if the lab made a mistake. I smiled and said, "No, Robert, that is just the power of giving your body exactly what it needs to fix its own machinery." And as a bonus, he told me that dull ache in his knees, the one he thought was just normal aging, was practically gone. That is the eugenol acting as a powerful COX-2 inhibitor, essentially blocking the same inflammation pathways that over-the-counter pain meds target, but without destroying your kidneys. So, how do you actually do this correctly? Here are the exact actionable steps you need to follow starting tonight. Step 1. Sourcing matters. Do not use powdered cloves. Once cloves are ground to a powder, the volatile essential oils evaporate within weeks. You need whole, high-quality organic cloves. Squeeze the head of a clove with your fingernail. If a tiny bit of oil comes out or it leaves a strong scent on your finger, it is potent and ready to use. Step 2. The preparation. Do not swallow them whole like a pill. Your stomach acid cannot fully break through the tough outer shell fast enough. You must place 2 cloves in your mouth, let them soften in your saliva for about a minute, and then gently chew them. Yes, the taste is intense. It is sharp, it is spicy, and your tongue might feel a little numb. That numbness is the eugenol activating. It is a good sign. Step 3. The timing. The absolute best time to do this is about 30 minutes before you go to sleep. Chew them until they are completely broken down. Swallow them with a small glass of warm water. While you sleep, your body goes into repair mode. Your blood sugar stabilizes, your liver begins its detox cycle, and your circulation improves while your resting heart rate drops. You do not have to accept chronic fatigue, brain fog, or a fatty liver as just a normal part of getting older. You have the power to change the environment inside your body. The medical industry often overcomplicates health, but sometimes, the most profound healing comes from the simplest, oldest remedies, backed by modern clinical science. If you found value in this breakdown, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel and leave a comment below. Let me know, have you ever tried using cloves for your health? Or are you going to start tonight? I read as many comments as I can. Take control of your health today, because nobody else will do it for you. See you in the next video.